Now today, I'm just going to do a demo on how to roll a wall. Now these walls are basically in pretty poor condition. Basically I'm just going through and recoating it because it's a rental house. Now when you're doing a wall, the first thing you'll need to do is go through and cut it in. Now as I said, this is in pretty bad condition, and actually when they painted the green last time, they took the green onto the under edge of the actual cornice. So I've actually gone around and just painted that green as well, just so when the wall's finished, it looks nice and neat. So the first thing you'll need to do is go through and cut it all in and then start rolling. Now generally when rolling, make sure you have your roller tray close by. You don't want it on the other side of the room. I've seen people sort of walk around a room and leave the roller tray in one position. You need to actually have the roller tray close by. At the end of the job, it saves quite a bit of time. So first thing to do is to give the roller a good dip. Now normally I use 14-inch rollers, but I know a lot of people out there only use like 11-inch, so I'll do this with an 11-inch roller so you know what you're doing. Now when you start, always start away from the edge. If you start right in the edge, you'll end up with a big thick lot of paint right in the corner, and you won't be able to actually work that paint out. So stay away from the corner, go up, go down. Now that's taken a fair bit of paint off the roller, I'll go into the edge, then come back down. Then I'll just work to the sides. Now when I feel the roller getting dry, I'll stop. Now at this point, I haven't gone all the way to the bottom or all the way to the top, because every time you roll, when you stop, you'll leave a little bit of a build-up of paint, and you don't want that build-up right on the top. So when you're rolling, don't roll all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom straight away. Once that's done, I'll go back through, and this time I'll take it all the way to the top and all the way to the bottom. Now while I'm doing this, I'm basically back rolling the paint. So there you go, I've taken that to the top. I'll roll over that again in a minute, but I'll do another dip. So once again, I'll start away from where I just rolled. I'll work some paint out this way first, and then I'll work back into what I've just rolled. And once again, I'm not going to the top nor to the bottom. Now that I feel there's sufficient paint off the roller, I'll back roll over this again. Now when I say that, there's still lots of paint in there if I want to force it all out. But you don't force all the paint out the roller. So starting from the bottom, again, I'll go up to the top, come back down, from the bottom again, up to the top, back down. Same again. I'll swap sides, you might be able to see a little bit better. So once again, I'll repeat the same process. Plenty of paint on the roller. Start away from where I finished. Spread the paint out. Roll back into what I've just done. Keep spreading it. So now I'll start back here again. If I go the other way, you may see better. From the bottom to the top and back down. Bottom to top. Back down. Same again. Now, I've done that. I'm still going to go back over the whole wall in a minute. Now, when you have power points or light switches in the middle of the room or middle of the wall, I find sometimes it's better to actually cut around it just before you roll. So silly me, left the paint on the other side of the room. So what I'll do is I'll quickly cut around this. Now you can tape the whole thing, but I generally just cut around it, lay it off lightly, and now I'll roll that. Now once again, I'll load the roller, but there's not quite as much wall to roll, so I'll put a little bit less on the roller. And hopefully I'll have enough. So once again, spread the paint. Lucky me, the roller goes between the PowerPoint and the wall. Oops, this time I went to the top, which I shouldn't have, but I did. This roller dip hasn't got as much paint on it as the previous ones because I don't want to have too much paint there. Now around PowerPoints, I would suggest you roll as close as you can to leave it nice and neat. So once again, I'll go from the bottom, to the top. Now here's the awkward one sometimes. When you're doing around PowerPoints, etc., you bring the roller down and then it's best to actually paint again either side. So the rolling, when you're rolling it, you don't leave with a stop mark with a roller just there. Like if I come up the wall and stop, there'd be a slight mark there. So what you should do is do that first, and then go either side. Oops, either side, if you don't hit it like I just did, either side of the light switch or the PowerPoint. Okay. So now that's done, I'm just going to go back and lay the whole wall off. Now depending on weather, on a hot day, you want to do this, probably roll half a wall, then lay it off. Being a little bit cooler, this should be fine. Now I'll start from the bottom once again, go up and come down. And what this will do is it will smooth the finish off slightly. Now every time I stop, I take the roller off the wall slightly. From the bottom, it's taken off, up top, back down, take the roller off. And each time, I'm still overlapping. You must overlap when you're rolling off. And as you see, I'm doing this reasonably quick. Actually, I have a doctor's appointment in about 5 minutes, so I better hurry. So, that's how you lay the wall off. So what you'll find is weather conditions, etc. will vary when it comes to laying it off. But if you look at the wall now, it's got a more solid finish to it. So hopefully, that will help next time you're rolling a wall. Now also down there, if you're a bit unsure, you haven't gone low enough, you can also get the roller and go sideways like so. But if you do that, you do it before you lay the wall off. So in this case, I'm just going to blend that back in. This is only first coat, so it's not going to matter so much. So there you go. That's just been a bit of a demo on how to roll a wall.